Yeah, and all I'm trying to do with the SRP constellation is to make it very purposeful. And that is to say, okay, this is you. You know what your business is about. You know the target market you want to serve. And you go through the machinations that we already described that said, well, if this is my target market, who are reasonably recognizable strategic referral partners? And so this is you. So let's just say you're in that senior care environment. Let's just say that. Okay, well, a strategic referral partner, as I mentioned earlier, could be churches, right? It could be, and I'm making this big right now, but it could be the health care community. So doctors, community. That's community. See that? Community.
And if you're healthcare based, if you are in the Center for Healthcare, you can be more specific.
Yeah, if your target market is more specific than the one that I'm kind of describing right now out of convenience,
you can get more specific in this one.
Then you get specific out here as well. Okay? So in this case, then there are also other senior care providers. Why? Because there might be some things that you don't do that they do, and vice versa. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We certainly have the direct channels. That's channels.
And channels would be, direct channel would be what?
Direct channel would be, I'm going to communicate with people by direct channels. There we go. I'm going to communicate with people by way of my social media, my website, etc. Because that is a magnet. It should be a magnet. If it's not a magnet, then you better have somebody. You can start with me, or you can start with some of my allies here who are in the SEO, website, social media environment that can measure all that for you. If you don't have somebody, you should really go find somebody if you're interested in exploiting that. The digital marketing world is real. I mean, you've probably realized that already. Measuring it, though, I'm discovering, is where people find difficulties. Okay? So this is just another channel.
And that's measuring what, the ROI, or measuring the effectiveness of it?
Ultimately, it's measuring the ROI, but the components to that would be things like, all right, well, how many people are actually visiting, entering my website? Okay. How many people are engaging in my social media posts?
So measuring doesn't have to actually turn into measuring dollars. It could be measuring activity.
Yeah, activity's good. We'd like to take it another step, as anyone would, that says, okay, well, out of that activity, I generated X number of prospects, and I was effective with my conversion process, and I converted, 10% of them. We'd like to see conversion rates much higher, but and actually keep this in mind. A lead from a strategic referral partner increases your conversion rate. That being the conversion from prospect to client.
So if you went out on your own to a cold market and closed 5%, you could expect something in this area to be closing 10% or more.
At least,
20.
Easily. If warm referrals don't result in a conversion rate of at least around 40 to 50%, then wow, please come in and talk to us about that whole, what's an effective conversation with a prospect.
So defining your lead, and more importantly, being able to close a sale.
Yeah, okay. Now, there's another thing here that you might consider to be, if I'm doing this constellation for a senior care, it might also be helpful to be talking to physical therapy practices, because they're treating the elderly They are. And they're going to detect changes in that senior person. So that would be another one. You can expand your constellation or you can contract it. I'm just saying, look, if you want to develop your strategic referral partners and develop your conversion rate, which is more clients, more gigs, then do this.